But you can always edit the hell out of it.
No, we don't edit.
Oh, you don't?
We don't edit, no. Because we don't
Well,
have to.
you shouldn't have told me that, Thomas.
These are conversations, just normal conversations.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's get started. It's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland, and we're here at AXPONA 2023, and we are in the secret room that Wendell has invited us to, because you have another room, correct?
Yes,
Downstairs?
but it's no secret anymore. Yeah, the word got around.
The word's getting around.
Yeah.
Well, when I say secret, you have a public room that's open to everyone,
right,
and you're demonstrating your LRS pluses and your 3.6s?
3.7i.
3.7i's, okay?
Right.
And anyone can walk in there and listen and buy speakers, and that's the normal thing that normal people do. But Wendell, you are not normal. Magnepan is not normal.
I'm known to be a little eccentric, yes.
And so you decided we're going to take an entirely separate room and not tell anyone about it, except invited guests only. And we are so privileged to be one of your invited guests.
Yeah, but you're kind of spinning that a little bit. Because
Correct me.
They don't. We're kept busy. Just depending on what we're showing, like the last 2 years, it was the LRS and the LRS Plus, and we had to turn people away.
Right.
But I want to make a good demonstration for. I don't like the scenario, which is something like a cocktail party where people are coming in, they're talking, and somebody's trying to listen. People come banging. It's.
I know.
I want to show a few people, give them a good demonstration, and we accommodate as many people as possible.
Right. And that's what you just did with us. We just spent more than 40 minutes here listening to specific music that you had chosen, and we've listened to classical music.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that as well. Because
you didn't want to hear Diana Krall, because I offered. No. It was like.
No.
Yeah. Here's the. I think I want to go on camera saying this.
Yes.
I've been doing shows for 50 years, and you watch the reaction, and there's a certain type of music that seems to win.
Yeah. Female vocalists.
It's got to be simple. But first of all, this is a hotel room. I mean, this thing is like a good-sized bedroom. I mean, bedrooms are bigger than this.
Sure.
So you bring a high-end speaker here, and what are you going to get?
Right.
So we select. We go through. We try different program material, and we notice what clicks with the audience, what they like, and it tends to be quite simple. It's not that challenging for great. The fact is, the inconvenient truth is that an orchestra is recognized as the most difficult thing to replicate.
Right. And we just heard 3 or 4 or 5 different selections of different orchestras in different halls. And to your point,
but recorded by all of them, recorded by Professor Johnson, reference recordings. So it was interesting. We heard a ballet orchestra. We heard the San Francisco Symphony. The Kansas City Symphony and the San Francisco Ballet Orchestra, and then the Minnesota, super efficient Minnesota Orchestra Hall.
Orchestra Hall, yeah.
But you didn't want to hear Diana Krall, and
so thank you.
Why?
Because I'm going to hear it the rest of the weekend here, right? We're going to hear it in every other room. So thank you for focusing on what the speakers do well. I have to address the elephant in the room as they're watching this video.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show them your tag. It actually says Magnepan, and we're looking at some Martin Logan electrostatic speakers here.
I'm doing something I've never done in my career, which is I'm promoting competitive products.
I'm just trying to take that in for a minute.
No, and I want to. I haven't had a chance to hear it yet, but I want to hear the Jansen 9.5, which is the modern version of the famous Cayley-Stein full-range electrostatic speaker. So what I'm because Martin Logan is probably the best-known panel speaker on the market. I'm showing the concept instead of using a magneplanar. I'm showing the concept of dipole with a dipole. Because as you know, Thomas, hybrids typically are, most all of them are a dipole on a monopole woofer.
Which is what the
Yeah.
Martin Logans are, right? They've got
So
a standard woofer.
it's common, if you look at Jansen's website about their 9.5, they talk about the fact that we've got smallish woofers now that are so wide band when they operate, if you use a bunch of them, they operate in the same fashion as a big electrostatic or big ribbon panel.
So that's the theory behind these little triangular shaped dipole woofers that you are exhibiting here.
Yes,
and that we just
right.
listened to. So explain what's in these.
Well, we have, there's 8 per side. Basically we got 10 pounds and a 5-pound sack. There's 16 6.5-inch woofers in that these narrow, very small footprint columns, triangular shape column. And so this is a product that it's not that far. It's going to actually be a system approach, and this will be on the market.
You have a name for it yet, or anything that?
Well, we've been calling it the condo speaker system. I don't know if that is going to say CSS, because it implies because the line source, the Magnepan line source, is very, very narrow. It's a flagship product, so it's tall line source, and then the concept is to have these dipole woofers hidden away, or with DSP you can put them more or less where it fits into the room, and it doesn't have to be apparent. You can hide it behind furniture. We're showing here.
Yeah, you've got it
by a wine rack.
Behind the wine rack,
Yeah.
over here, against the wall, kind of out of the way, right?
Yeah, if on this side if we didn't have this furniture here, we'd probably have it hidden away on the right-hand side.
Right.
The idea is that with DSP you can fix the time phase amplitude issues with the DSP.
And you've done amazing things with it in this small room, as you say, which is not ideal for listening, but what we heard was really remarkable, and you could tell the difference between the orchestra halls, between the soloists, the reverb in the room. I mean, the music itself just did not see the speakers at all. You couldn't tell. You're not closing your eyes and pointing to where the speakers are. It was just sound in the room. So you've managed to do that with
Yeah,
this
and
system.
I'm doing something radical. I'm saying this electrostatic driver is very good.
It is.
Can I get away with this?
Doesn't happen to be a Magnepan. So
I'm surely going to get somebody upset.
well, I don't know.
But the fact is, it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny. But you'll notice that the woofers have been removed
from the Martin Logans,
right?
Right.
So we're saying, hey, this is a very good electrostatic driver. It's a cousin. It's a relative to a ribbon speaker. So you don't say bad things about your relatives, or you shouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
And hopefully they don't say bad things about you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, listen, Wendell, you've done a remarkable and again an outrageously cool thing, because you have such a reputation with these Magnepans and the company and really the performance of your equipment, not to mention its accessibility and low price on the entry level. So congratulations for now pushing the boundaries in the way you think they need to be pushed with this dipole on dipole system.
Oh, this is coming. Jansen and Magnepan are not going to be the only ones. This is just the beginning.
Wow.
So it'll be a whole different area of competition. Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah.
And we'll come back in a year, 2 years, whenever, and we'll see how
I'll
that's...
still be here. This is too much fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And I love how, we feel so privileged that you are taking the time to talk with people one-on-one, giving them the time to listen and not talk, which is so rare at these shows.
Yeah.
And you've made it possible once again for your innovation. Thank you so much, Wendell.
Well,
thanks for
thank
taking
you.
time to talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland here at AXPONA 2023 in the secret room, the secret Magnepan room.